Salut, je m'appelle Fatoumata Karamoko. Je suis une cycliste immigrante. Je suis née en Côte d'Ivoire et je vis maintenant dans le sud de Philadelphia.
Xin chào tất cả các bạn, mình tên là Uyên. Mình thường đi học bằng xe đạp khi mình còn sống ở Việt Nam và bây giờ mình rất thích đi xe đạp khi mình sống ở thành phố Philadelphia. Nhưng mà mình nghĩ rằng nó sẽ an toàn hơn nếu như có nhiều tuyến đường dành riêng cho những người thích đi xe đạp giống như mình.
Ako nga pala si Marjo Maldipas. Madalas ako magbisikleta araw-araw para malibang nung kabataan ko pa. Pero ngayon nandito na ako, ang tatay ko naman madalas magbisikleta papunta sa trabaho.
大家好，我叫张家宏，我喜歡在費城騎單車，但是我希望它更安全。
我嘅名叫 Nancy， 我嘅父母唔贊成我喺費城踩單車，因為太危險。
നമസ്തേ, എൻ്റെ പേര് ജെയ്മോൻ ജേക്കബ്. ഞാൻ ജനിച്ചു വളർന്ന കേരളയിലാണ്. ഇവിടെ വന്നിട്ട് 6 വർഷമായി.
我咪喊到國鏡生，我海山出世，我叫雷羅美國，我而家已經費城航營街，我好中意踩單車，我而家去哪都踩住我部單車。
Chào các bạn, mình tên là Chí, mình đến từ Việt Nam. Ở Việt Nam, mình lái xe đạp, đi học, đi chơi với bạn bè. Khi đến Mỹ, mình cũng làm y chang như vậy, nhưng mà mình muốn có nhiều làn đường dành cho xe đạp hơn.
大家好，我叫做張嘉瑜，我喺中國學識咗踩單車，我喺14歲嗰年嚟咗美國費城。
My name is George Lamb. I was born and raised in South Philadelphia. We all may come from different parts of the world, but we have one thing in common.
We are bike riders!
My name is Javier.
My name is James Callows.
My name is Catherine.
My name is Erin Schaefer.
I'm from Mexico.
I was born in Philadelphia.
I'm born and raised in Pennsylvania.
Originally, I grew up in the Midwest.
I live in central Philadelphia.
I live in Bella Vista.
In South Philadelphia.
I live in South Philadelphia.
Okay, yeah, my name is Sai Maramangalam. I'm the youth educator for the Bicycle Coalition of Greater Philadelphia. Well, in Philadelphia itself, the number of bicycle commuters who bike to work is 2.16%. And out of the top 10 biggest cities in the nation, that's twice as many as any other city. Now in South Philadelphia, if you look at in the planning area of South Philly, the number of bicycle commuters is 4.37%. So that's more than any other neighborhood in Philadelphia and in one of the biggest in the country itself.
Hi, my name is Joseph Torella and I ride my bike to work.
I use my bike for everything. About 2 years ago, I got rid of my car. So I use it for all my transportation needs, groceries, going to work, riding around, hanging out, everything.
I go to work, I go to school, I meet friends. I bike from South Philadelphia to West Philadelphia, North Philadelphia. This is how I get around.
Local errands, some recreational riding.
I use it for all sorts of things. I go to school, I bike to work. I don't have a car, so I use it for everything, and I also do triathlons and bike races too.
Well, here we're on Spruce Street over here, and you can see the buffered bike lane at the intersection. There's a lot of bicycle commuters who travel on Spruce Street right now. Bicycling much safer for bicyclists when you add a buffered bike lane. If you look at the percentage of the number of people who ride on a sidewalk, the number of people who used to ride on a sidewalk on streets without a bike lane is 19.8%. If you add a bike lane to street, it brings it down to 9.8%. And if you add a buffered bike lane, it becomes 2.4%. It's a dramatic decrease of bicycle commuters who now ride safer.
There's no bike lanes. For instance, right here on Washington Avenue, there's no bike lanes. A lot of these cars are not they're not bike friendly. A lot of drivers aren't bike friendly. You be on the lane and they'll be honking at you. It's like, where am I supposed to go? You know, there's no place for you to go. If you go on the sidewalk, it's illegal to be on the sidewalk. You're gonna be running people. They need to add some bike lanes on these roads.
I bike in South Philadelphia every single day. I'm always going through South Philadelphia. South Philly, it's tricky because the roads are so crammed and people aren't really bicycle conscious. People aren't really willing to share the road with you so much in South Philadelphia.
Spruce and Pine Streets are probably my favorite streets to ride on because they have bike lanes. And in Center City, they have the nice buffered bike lanes, which makes them extra extravagant. South Philadelphia, I try and avoid at all costs unless I really have a reason to go there. You'll never catch me riding through South Philadelphia just on a pleasure ride, only if I have business. Washington Avenue, for example, which we actually rode on today, is terrifying because there's 4 lanes of traffic, crazy parking, and half the time you can't even see the bike lane, even though it's there.
I occasionally bike in South Philadelphia, not very often, but the way I feel, a lot of the roads are really narrow, so it's really tight. It's tight whenever cars are trying to pass you and the parked cars are on each side, so it's a little uncomfortable sometimes.
All right, some of the dangers in South Philadelphia are some streets are narrow. So when bicycles and cars are in the same road, it could be too narrow for a car and a bike next to each other. So that could pose a danger for a lot of people. Another thing is sometimes it's just if there's no bike lanes, there's no designated space for a bicyclist. It doesn't make it easy for cars and bikes to travel and to share the road sometimes.
They say if you bike in Philly, you're gonna get hurt. So I've come close to parked cars opening their doors on me, not seeing me, things like that.
There's always the fear of getting doored too. People aren't really conscious when they open up their car door in South Philadelphia.
It happens all the time. A couple of days ago, this lady almost ran me over. I was on my way to work. You know, I'm down on Federal. There's cars on both sides. She's in a hurry. She was probably late for work, and she's honking at me. It's like, get the hell out of the way. Well, where am I supposed to go again?
I was riding down South Street to work, and I went to make a left turn, and I signaled well in advance, probably about a half a block in advance, and when I went to get into the left lane, a taxi cab had sped up and pushed me back over and almost squished me between 2 cars.
If there's more people that have a stronger voice, education, I think if we teach people how to be safer bicyclists, that's another way that might encourage people to get back on the road. The more bicyclists that are in Philadelphia, the more people are aware of bicyclists in general, the more that the city will accommodate for more bicycling in Philadelphia.
We need bike lanes. They should put bike lanes on Washington, just like they did over on 10th. You know, that helps. It helps us. It makes you feel safer.
I think we have pretty decent bike lanes, but just more of them would be nice. And just more parking, I think, for the cars, because I think that's what congests the roads the most, is the parked cars, the traffic, and the bikers trying to get through.
I think just maybe more of an awareness campaign. People in South Philly are really rush. There's lots of, you know, get out of my way.
The city needs to invest in advocacy and awareness. They need to let people know that bikers are out there. There's a lot of bike riders on the roads. At commuting times, can be just as many bikers trying to get to work as people driving cars. And fortunately for the bikers, they're more efficient and cleaner. Unfortunately, there's a lot of cars that they have to share the road with, and a lot of cars don't like to share the road with bikes, or they're just not paying attention because they don't think about bikes. A lot of times too, there's just no space for the bikes to ride, and people don't feel like bikes should share the road with cars, so cars can drive very aggressively. The city would do well to repaint all the roads as a first step in making that happen. If they could at least make the bike lanes visible, it would encourage drivers to stay on a certain side of the road, to give the bikers room, to let them, use the roads just as much as the cars can.